Greetings and blessings in the name of Jah Rastafari. I'm a proud Rasta man, and I don't care what nobody says. I'm a Rasta man that don't believe in religion. I think religion is crap. Right now, I'm currently listening to the Warren Ballantyne show. In case you guys wondering why you're hearing all that noise in the background, this brother speaking a lot of truth, man. He comes on every day, Monday through Friday, from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. on the Empowerment Network. Like I said, he's trying to get a deal with Sirius XM to get on the satellite shows, because they have a deal and they're trying to strengthen the deal that they have with Sirius XM. You guys need to check out the show, man. He's talking about a lot of deep stuff, man. And I have a clip of where he's talking to this woman from South Carolina, where she's willing to fight to help people of color get health care. And also I want to reiterate on what's going on. The next clip you're going to see is about healthcare. It's about my problem and frustration with healthcare, because the deadline's already passed, which was yesterday, and I still can't afford healthcare, and I'm not insured, and I don't qualify for Medicaid, even though I'm paying taxes. And they're taking my friggin' taxes out of my check, and I make barely any money as it is. So check it out. Also, I'm going to show you a clip about the German scientist, the Nazi German scientist that the American government has secretly hired. There's a how should I say? There's a story on that where it's a woman that she mentions it in her book, and I need you guys to watch the clip. It's to show that it came on the show I was watching. I happened to catch it yesterday by accident with Gwen Eichels in the show and Judy Woodruff, and usually John McLaren usually comes on himself, but I didn't see him that night. But I did record it. I did record it so I can show you the clip about how the American government, your government, is secretly hiring evil Nazi scientists from Germany to work in places like NASA and other places in the government. So you gotta understand and come to your understandings and wonder to yourself, you know what I mean, and say, damn, I should question my government, because the American government is doing a lot of these things under my back, behind my back, you know. So just keep a look. You know, people look out for it. It's going to be the next clip, and it's also going to talk about how on the last minute, since it was March 31st, which was yesterday, the last minute, how many people tried to get health care and couldn't get it, and how they couldn't get online, and how many problems they had at the last minute of health care. I'm going to file exempt, as you all know by now, because I don't want to deal with this expensive health care. They say when more people sign up, it'll get cheaper, so I'm going to wait until next year when it gets cheaper and see if it's true what they say. But so far, from what I've been seeing about this Obamacare, to me, it's bullshit. And not telling anybody that, because you got all these black celebrities that blindly support the president. But I've seen a lot of stupid shit that the president's been doing lately. And no black people want to come out and say anything. Nobody wants to do that. I guess they're afraid that if they do that, then they'll lose their fans, they'll lose something. Hey, I ain't afraid to lose nothing, because I ain't got anything right now. I'm just now trying to come back and restart my career. And my career is a long career. I've been rapping since 1997, doing music since 1997, and I got some unreleased tracks since 1997. And I may find that tape and play it to you so you can all hear what I've been doing back in the day. I've been an artist since back then, and I'm out there trying to make things happen. And I'm going to tell you the truth. And I'm going to spread the truth like viral. And I hope y'all all share these videos that I make and get them out. And another thing, man, I apologize for being very late with the TRU-DRU shows, and I'll tell you why I've been late with these episodes. Episode 2 was a week behind, and now this episode is a week behind. So what I'm going to start doing now is I'm going to start recording the episodes whenever I can do them. So that means you're not going to probably see me every week like I planned. It's just going to be every time when I can get it. Shout out to Tyler Perry for finally coming out with the Tyler Perry show. That further inspired me to come out with the TRU-DRU show. The TRU-DRU show is actually an old show, because I've actually done this since 2004. And it's on a DVD. It's called The Life of TRU-DRU, where I was doing my music, showing people my dance skills, and showing people that I could flow, and you know, basically stuff like that. It's on DVD. I have the actual copy of the DVD, but I don't know how to copy it yet, and I haven't figured out how to use it yet. But I have the copy of DVD. It's the original TRU-DRU show. It's the very, very first episode, long before these. But this is actually the official series to that show. I want to thank you all for watching, man. I really appreciate it. I didn't know I was going to get this much support. The other day I saw 50 people that saw my post, and I was surprised. 50 people. So I'm going to keep on coming out with the truth, and I hope you guys can come to the listen to it and, you know, get it out there. I'm going to show you some things in the clip, and this clip is going to show you I have a lot of clips to show you. So I'm going to show you that. And, again, thank you for watching my show, and I appreciate it. Bless up. Peace. Yes, I finally got Warren, y'all. This is him. 888-665. All right, Warren, do your thing. Come on, Warren, speak the truth.
Virginia, you there? Hello? Hello, Warren? Good morning. I called this show today, and I will be sending a donation since I don't use credit cards, okay? The organization that I volunteer with here in Columbia is the South Carolina Progressive Network. And I've also been a navigator for President Obama's Affordable Care. Call for everybody to come down to the rally. The rally. What terribly, Warren, is the apathy in our community. The apathy, Warren. I don't understand it. And the unwillingness to stand up and fight for what is legally and morally yours. People won't do it. I don't understand it. What we're doing now is since the 1st of March, the people who qualify for Medicaid expansion, and there are 300,000 people, black and white, in South Carolina who qualify for Medicaid expansion, but our Republican governor and our Republican legislators wouldn't take the money. So therefore, they have no insurance coverage. And we've been taking people like that down to the State House and asking to speak to the governor. We've been taking people down and asking to speak to the Republican legislators. And they have been arresting us, okay? Every Tuesday, if we're calling it Truthful Tuesday, they have been arresting us. Now they're misusing manpower, police manpower, to arrest us when it could be better served for other things. But you would think this would infuriate the community in South Carolina so badly that they would stand up and do something. But they won't, and I don't understand it. I don't understand what they are so afraid of. I don't understand why they're so apathetic. I mean, it just blows my mind. Well, you know what it is? It's the conditioning of black America. I mean, you have black business owners who grew up in a very segregated time who are afraid to even speak out against white America today. You have people who grew up in very segregated times who understand oppression, real oppression, an oppression that I would never even understand because I didn't grow up in it, who will not stand up and fight. And so you have these people who are conditioned to believe that they better not say anything because if they say something, they're going to be arrested. I mean, you can go back all the way to the Civil Rights Movement, and how many of those parents of those young kids who were infuriated that those kids were participating in sit-ins and marches and everything else because they thought their kids were going to get locked up, so they told their kids...
Dire warning about the global effects of climate change.
Everybody knows about this.
Iraq and Afghanistan veterans fighting the scars of war. Deadline day for the new health insurance exchanges, the diplomatic stalemate over Ukraine, and a secret program that brought Nazi scientists to the U.S. Health insurance exchanges in this first year of the program, and there was plenty of demand. There were also more glitches and problems. But in stark contrast to the launch last fall, hundreds of thousands have been able to sign up in recent days, and the system seemed more resilient than in October. The healthcare.gov website bent under a last-minute crush of traffic, more than 125,000 users at any given moment. The site was out of service for almost 4 hours this morning, and it briefly went down again in the afternoon.
I can't believe this is actually working.
Yeah, it works very well. Some last-minute applicants sought out help centers around the country. This woman signed up for coverage in Arlington, Virginia.
It's going to save us thousands of dollars a year. In terms of like...
Bullshit. No damn well healthcare is expensive. Stop fucking lying.
We're going to... our monthly payment is considerably less. We're getting better coverage.
Others
full of shit.
Frustrated.
Exactly. Thank you. Don't like when they tell half the story.
Online.
It was just a mess from there, like page after page.
Thank
and
you.
never got me to where I needed to be, so I was like, I'm giving up on this, and I'm just going to go here.
Began, more than 6 million people had signed up through the federal and state-run exchanges. That's about 1 million shy of the original goal. Estimates from some insurers show 80% of those applicants had paid their premium. In addition, more than 4 million people will be eligible for coverage through Medicaid. At the White House,
That's a lie because I don't qualify for Medicaid.
painted a picture of success.
We're achieving something today.
Paint the picture, you can keep painting it, but no matter how you slice it, it's still fucked up.
I know it leaves them with, they need to go back to the drawing board when it comes to other means of trying to attack a law that is providing opportunity and security to millions of Americans.
Well, you're not helping me. Stop speaking for only few of the people. Tell them, Lindsey Graham. You know what? I might go Republican because a lot of this shit the Democrats are doing are crap. Obamacare is a monstrosity. I don't care what no one says.
The administration is granting extensions to anyone who says personal issues or technical problems.
Like me, I have personal issues. That's me. I fit in there.
Some of the many questions being asked today. We're joined again by Mary Agnes Terry of Kaiser Health News and Susan Desser, a health analyst for the News Hour. Welcome back to the program. Great to meet you. So, Susan, what's the very latest on what's happened today? We know people were madly signing up, at least some were madly signing up. What were the final numbers?
Well, we don't know the actual final numbers for today, but we do know that the Department of Health and Human Services says that 1.6 million visits were made to healthcare.gov, the federal health insurance website, and that more than 800,000 calls were placed to call centers. And that, of course, leaves out what happens in the state exchanges. So there are 14
I can see I have trouble getting people.
exchanges, and of course the exchange and the District of Columbia. We don't know what the numbers were there, but it's quite conceivable that potentially another 1 million people have signed up in the past few days.
So for anybody who's watching who hasn't signed up, who wants to sign up, how much time do they have? What's the penalty if they don't?
Well, right now, we can go on the website if you're enrolling through the federal exchange and check a box saying that you want to get on. You'll get an email potentially later today. We already know the administration has said if you've had difficulty enrolling to date, you have at least until the middle of April to enroll. And then we have these special enrollment periods that where people with various other circumstances will be able to enroll. And there's no outside deadline that's been set on that yet. So it could be we'll be getting more enrollment for the next several months. The other important thing to point out is that anybody who wants to sign up for Medicaid who's eligible can sign up at any point. So Medicaid enrollment will continue throughout the year.
No deadline on that. Mary Agnes Terry, the whole purpose of this in the beginning, or at least a large part of the purpose, was to get people who didn't have health insurance to get covered. How, in terms of big picture, how's that going?
Well, it's going fairly well from the administration's point of view. The deadline
Exactly, from their point of view.
6 million was hit last week. They're hoping they can get more folks enrolled. But I think a key test here is the affordability question. Do people find the premiums affordable?
No.
How about their co-pays?
No.
Their out-of-pocket expenses?
No.
The deductibles?
No.
Seems to be the real test that we have.
Thank you. Finally someone touched it.
And what are you finding about that? I mean, what are you hearing? I know you've been reporting on this for months now. Are you finding, is the preponderance of evidence that people are saying, this isn't as bad as I thought, it isn't as expensive, or what are you hearing?
It's kind of all over the map. I mean, it really varies depending on where you live. How competitive is the marketplace where you live? How many insurers want to get involved? What are the prices that local hospitals and physicians are charging? How does that impact the negotiation? And there's variance. For example, our reporters found out in Philadelphia, you might pay 77% more for a policy if you're a 40-year-old man than if you got that same policy in Pittsburgh. Now, these subsidies can help with that cost, but in Georgia, for example, prices can double in one part of the state versus another. We found a rural Georgia town where the premiums were actually more expensive than Beverly Hills, which is not what you would think.
You see what I'm saying?
Is it hit or miss all over the country?
Well, this is a complicated law laid on top of what was already a very complicated insurance.
Right,
system.
right, sure.
Well, other ways to look at it are as follows. We know that 80% of the people who've signed up on the marketplaces so far have been eligible for the premium tax credits. And for some people, that lowers the cost to zero. They pay zero premium to get coverage. So we'll have to see how all of this comes together when the final numbers are in.
And that's not Medicaid. That's people who have
private coverage now through the exchanges, but are paying zero premium, basically nothing, because they have substantial premium tax credits.
We know, Mary Agnes, there's been relentless criticism from Republicans. We're hearing it again today. They either want to repeal it or fix it, change it dramatically. What are you finding from ordinary folks? And I'm interested in hearing from both of you. What about the actual players, the healthcare providers, not just the insurance companies, but hospitals, doctors, and others? How are they feeling about it at this point?
People seem to like individual elements of the health law. For example, the polling has shown, if you talk about no more annual limits, no more lifetime limits, people like that idea, keeping their adult child up to age 26 on their health insurance plan. But again, the problem comes in looking at the affordability. And it's really going to be a local story. We talk about this at the national level, and that makes sense, but it really will depend on what is the risk pool, what are the premiums set at the local and the state level as people look at this going forward.
How do you see it?
Well, it's variable again. The anecdotal evidence from some insurers are that they're feeling pretty good about the risk pool, that lots of younger people have signed up. It won't be true nationally. We'll see other insurers with different experiences in different parts of the country. Same thing with healthcare providers. If you're in an area where there isn't a lot of access to, say, good primary care, some of the community health centers are feeling very much under the gun and overrun because so many people now are getting coverage and presenting with illnesses that they've had for a long time and haven't gotten care for a long time.
And so in terms of hospital reaction, hospitals, doctors, nurses, it's really, it depends on where you are and what the structure, the healthcare structure is.
Very much so. It's a patchwork around the country.
And you both have been covering this nonstop since last October, and really even before. This today is an important milestone, Mary Agnes. What would you say the next measuring milestone is? What do we look for? What do you look for next here?
If people think it's a good thing for them, do they find, again, the coverage affordable? Can they get access to the providers they wanted? Some of these policies have fairly high copays, out-of-pocket cost deductibles, and so on. How does that play out? We've talked about how many people have paid their premium. The insurance industry is saying that's about at the 80% mark, which is the industry standard. But as this goes on, do people sign up for a premium and then decide, gosh, they just can't cut it? Maybe the subsidies don't help them enough. Maybe they do. I think it's really going to take a while to see this play out, to see if it works for people, if they think it's a big
Nazi scientists.
Concentration camp experiments brought to the U.S. in a secret program to advance American security interests during the Cold War. It sounds like the plot of a film drama that actually happened and on a large scale. The story is told in the new book, Operation Paperclip. Author and journalist Annie Jacobson joins us now. Welcome to you.
Thank you.
So these were top scientists in the German war effort, sought out by the U.S. military as the war was coming to an end.
That's right. These were Hitler's top weapons makers, and Operation Paperclip became a classified military...
Her name is Annie Jacobson.
...the United States. It also had a public face, so there was on the one hand the truth about the program kept secret, and on the other hand the idea that we'll tell the public that these are the good Germans.
The good Germans that they write about. We should say there are maybe 1,600 right?
Yes.
You document about 21 of them. Dedicated Nazis, some, as I said, involved in horrific stuff. What they did was known, right, to the people to the Americans who were seeking them.
Certainly to the American military intelligence officers who were interviewing them. The idea that they were involved in war crimes was really necessary to be kept secret, and that's exactly what happened. So in the book, I think I unveil a lot of the truth about this program that has remained clouded for decades.
So give us an example of one of the figures that intrigued you.
Well, I think one of the worst case scenarios was that the United States military made the decision to alter Schreiber. This was Major General Dr. Walter Schreiber, the Surgeon General of the Third Reich. He wound up at a military facility in Texas.
And doing what?
Well,
What, NASA?
Dr. Schreiber had been involved in the vaccine program for the Reich, which sounds like a nice program, but it was actually a program to work on protecting German soldiers from these biological weapons that were also being manufactured. So he was involved in war crimes in concentration camps. He became a prisoner of the Soviets and then defected to the United States. We saw him as someone who we absolutely wanted here for his knowledge. So in the United States, it still remains unknown what exactly he did, only that he worked for the U.S. Air Force in Texas.
You know, this becomes, of course, a story of practical versus ethical choices, right? Whether to decisions made whether to look the other way or forget about the past in order to advance and gain an advantage over the Soviets, should we say, during the Cold War.
Absolutely. I mean, the Cold War got hot very quickly, and the Soviet threat was this foreboding menace. And the idea was, certainly the Pentagon and among the Joint Chiefs of Staff who were really running this program, was if we don't get these Nazi scientists, surely the Soviets will.
Was there much debate at the time about the ethics of it?
Absolutely, there was a debate, and I think that's what makes the narrative so compelling, because you have some people, including high-ranking generals at the Pentagon, who are loath to work with Hitler's former scientists. And you have others who say, this must be done, and it will be done.
You said we don't really know much about the case of Walter Schreiber, what he did. Some of them we do know, right? The very famous case is, most famous is Werner von Braun.
Yes, he came here, he was the head of our rocket program, and brought 114 fellow V-2 rocket makers with him. And this program, again, had a very beneficent fate. Only now do we know the facts are very different about what those scientists were involved in at the end of the war in what was called the Nordhausen slave labor factory, deep in the tunnels, the concentration camp prisoners building the V-2 rockets.
So in a case like that and others where we know that they did accomplish things for the U.S. when they came here, then the question, and you wrote this, does accomplishment cancel out past crimes?
That, I think, is the conundrum of Operation Paperclip. And I hope that people come to their own conclusions on that, because certainly the idea that you would excuse some of this horrific behavior during the war becomes, that big moral question.
And what happened to these guys in the end? A number of them just lived out their days quite well here in the West.
The obituary for Dr. Theodore Gunzenberg in the New York Times, I think, kind of sums it up. He died in 1999, and the New York Times lauded him as a good German scientist who dedicated his life to the U.S. military. It leaves out the fact that he worked with Hitler very closely during the war and was actually on the original list of Nuremberg war crimes trials. And yet, he was released into U.S. custody and came to the United States. So this idea that you can just whitewash someone's past, I think, is important to look into and to investigate so that that truth can be reconciled.
It's a fascinating story. Operation Paperclip, the secret intelligence program that brought Nazi scientists to America. And Jacobson, thanks so much.
Whoa! What a roller coaster that was! Was a big roller coaster, wasn't it? Some of y'all shouldn't even be shocked, because half of y'all that's watching my videos already know about this stuff. So, I mean, it's not like you don't know. The truth is out there. Now, if you look at the media circus on the healthcare, the affordable healthcare, the Obamacare, you notice that a lot of people are trying to hype it up to make it bigger than what it is. They're trying to say that it's doing good, it's doing good for them. And you got all these celebrities like Tatiana Ali saying that it's great. It works for them. But if you think about it, Tatiana Ali and me, we're in two different situations. Tatiana Ali is successful, famous, and is rich. Me, I was somewhat famous, almost became famous, and working at Burger King. So, I mean, it's a big difference. You know what I'm saying? I don't have that kind of support that some people get to get where they are, to where they can just easily say, okay, let me just go ahead and take this little pocket change and afford healthcare. To them, healthcare is a pocket change because they can afford it. So they're gonna promote other people to do it because they think that everybody else can do it. But the truth of the matter is, this is reality. This is a reality check that I gotta give to them and everybody here. A guy like me that works at Burger King that only makes about what? First, when I started working at Burger King, I was making $7 and I think it was $7. What was it? $7.79 an hour. And then it went up to $7.93 an hour. The average hours that I was making per week was 20 to 25 hours. If you go ahead and add that up or multiply it, sum it up, that check before taxes is going to be maybe $225. So by the time, no, not even, no, it'll be more than that. But after taxes, I get about $225. I don't want to sound too convoluted because then I almost messed up. But the truth of the matter is this: I can't afford healthcare. And I know the majority of you inside there, in the world where I live, that is watching this, can't afford healthcare. And those of you that can, kudos to you. I'm proud of you. But what about people like me that can't afford it? And then at the same time, if you can't afford healthcare, they don't care. They're charging you a $95 penny or $200 penny, whatever they say they were going to charge. I say $95 because that's what I'm hearing more now. So that means I still got to come out my pocket regardless to this pimp system called healthcare. And you know what? Lately, I noticed that the Republicans are starting to make more sense to the Democrats. The Democrats are just pushing their own agenda because they know that their time is up. Obama has less than 2 years left in office. Because remember, he gets out in 2016. And that's when I believe America's probably going to start falling more into chaos. Because Obamacare would already be passed, and you're still going to be paying every month for the premiums. You're going to have to pay the premiums, pay every month, and pay the copay. You heard all that shit that you heard on the news hour. You already heard what was going to happen. You already know that it's too late. There's nothing you can do about it. Because none of y'all didn't want to fight for it when they came in. All y'all want to do was push and support it. And guess what? I happen to be one of those dumb idiots that did it because I thought it was going to work. I'm one of those same dumb idiots that voted for the president to put him in office because I knew that he was the better choice than John McCain or Mitt fucking Dummy. Yeah, he was. Obviously. No matter how you look at it, Obama was still a better choice than Mitt Romney and John McCain, or John McCain, whatever you want to call him. Sometimes John McCain does make sense in some of the statements that he makes. But if he had to become president, you already know what he was going to do. He's going to go to war against, what was the country he was having a war against? Vietnam or Korea or some Asian country that he had a war against? Our people's over there? He wanted to fight against them. Go ahead and do a fair respect against them. And right now, as you can see, with this shit war at hand, we are worried about Russia right now. Russia's our main problem. Not only do we may have to worry about Russia, but you still have to worry about North Korea. Don't forget, North Korea and the U.S. already has a shaky relationship. I could already smell World War III up in the air. It's just nice and fresh and ready to happen. And don't forget, China's already trying to occupy Taiwan. The fact that Russia already overtook Crimea, guess what? Remember, Russia was a Soviet country, right? So common sense will tell you, those of you that were around back in the 1980s, 1990s, know that Russia was called USSR, the Soviet Union crap that they had going on with the Red Country and all that stuff, the communist country. China was communist sometime after. And now China is, last time I think China, not Taiwan I was thinking, China was threatening to take over Tibet. What makes you think it's going to stop China from actually annexing Tibet and making it a part of their country? What makes you think it's going to stop them from doing it now? After what they saw Russia did, and I know Chinese ain't stupid. Chinese are some smart brothers. And I'm only one of the few people that know that the Chinese people are black people. And I'll tell you how I know this fact. If you go on the internet, you can type the search, put the first Chinese are black. And it'll actually show you the proof because the Chinese professor already proved it. That they were black people. The people in the Bible, they are the Sinites in the Bible, the tribe. They come from the tribe of Ham. The Ham was the darkest tribe. The first Chinese was so dark, they were dark like tar. They still had their eyes like this too. They still had all that. All those features were still there because they came with those features. Just like you see those Indians today, those so-called Indians, they're not a race. No, they're not. We need a wake-up call about who the Indians really are. Indians are nothing but mixed people. Indians are, this is what Indians are. 40% of the so-called Chinese or Asians of today. No, 20%. I said that wrong. It's 20% of the so-called Asians. Then you have 40% Caucasian, and the other 40% is those Hamites. So they're really, technically, since the Asians were originally Hamites in the beginning, from the Hamite people, that means technically they are 60% Hamite of Hamite origin, and the other 40% Caucasian. That means they are more black than white. Because remember, I already told you that the original Chinese are black. You're all, even the Filipinos, all those people, all the Filipinos, the Japanese, the Vietnamese, and all these Eases and these Enos, or whatever you want to call them, these Asians, our brothers and sisters, whom I love very much, they're all black people. But guess what? They don't want to acknowledge that. The tribe of Ham, it even tells you who the tribe of Ham is. The tribe of Ham was the darkest race. And you can't dispute that. What are you going to do, tell God that you're not black? That's the only thing you can do. So at the end of the day is this. Back to my point. The point of the matter is, after Russia took over Crimea, you already know that China's going to do the same thing. And they're going to take over Tibet. There's going to be no stopping them because China's probably now the most powerful country in the world. America's right behind it now. We already know that America's days is coming on. And now that you know these facts that's going on, I don't know what you guys are going to do with these facts. You're probably not going to believe me because to me, as far as y'all concerned, y'all going to look at me and say everything I say is crap. So all you got to do is look it up and research it yourself. Now I want to speak on the Nazi Germany's that came to the United States. I've already knew of this. Now, in the interview, when she was being interviewed, she did not mention the part where you have Nazis that work for NASA. You do. That National Space Association, whatever, North America Space Association, whatever you call it, or something like that. I support him. I'm supporting him because my brother wants to be a part of it, and I wish him the best because that, I ain't gonna lie, NASA is doing great things, and they're trying to make life better for us in case of space or whatever. But at the same time, there's a dark side to that because there's a lot of men that think that they want to build a kingdom over Earth. They're saying that they want to build a kingdom over the heavens of the earth. That's what some people are saying and stuff like that. But I ain't looking into all that conspiracy theorist stuff. I know all that stuff is a part of the Illuminati. I know that NASA is part of the Illuminati. I already know that. It's called the government system. The government system is an Illuminati, period. The point of the matter is this. You guys love America. You guys are so patriotic for America, and so am I. I love this country. I'm not born here, but I grew up here. I come from Jamaica and Great Britain, but I can speak fluently in all three different English accents. I can speak Jamaican accent, I can speak an English American accent, and I can speak a British accent whenever I feel like it. But I've been living in this country for over 30 years, and I'm a citizen here, and I work hard just like everybody else that works hard here. And I see a lot what's going on. I see a lot of things that are going on around here. And basically what I'm trying to do is just get my facts across and let you guys understand and try to find out for yourself. I'm just going to put the information out there and hope that you will just take the information and just run with it and take it and say, let me see if this guy's saying true. Don't just block me and say I'm telling a lie. Just try and look for the information yourself. What I do with a lot of people, when I doubt what people say, you know what, I still go to find out the information about what's going on. I still try to go to find out about it. And I hope those of you who sign up to healthcare, I wish you guys the best. And I say congratulations. I appreciate and I'm happy for you. But I can't say the same for myself because I'm still struggling trying to figure out what kind of healthcare to get. High copays, and it doesn't cover dental. And it doesn't cover medical. It doesn't cover vision. Sorry, it covers medical, but it doesn't cover vision. It doesn't cover dental. And as far as I'm concerned, I got a lot of dental work that I need done. You know what I'm saying? Everybody does. Every 6 months you got to see a dentist. I haven't seen a dentist in a nice little while now, and I can't afford a dentist. My average trip to the dentist costs over $1,000. I mean, come on, how can I afford that every trip? And that's all I got to say about that. And now, I am going to finally delve into the issue delve into the issue that we got going on with our brothers and sisters. But before I continue on with that, I would like to go ahead and get into our next segment and show you some things. So stay tuned for the TRU-DRU Show. Going into the next clip, and I'm going to show you some different stuff. I'm going to show you some other clips, and you guys need to be educated. All right? Do some research. I do research every day when I'm not at work, and when I come home from work, do a little bit of research and try and get information so that I can tell everybody else it, and hopefully everybody else around with it, because we are really behind on a lot of things that we need to be ahead with as far as information is. A lot of things we don't know is being pulled around our eyes. So stand tight. I got you. Now check it out, guys. This segment is about a couple that has received $167,000 while living on a $2.5 million yacht. These guys are rich and they're living off the healthcare system. Check it out. This is a story on the conservative channel on the Fox News with, I think her name is Megyn Kelly or something like that, the Kelly file. Check it out.
Came as a result of them submitting repeatedly fraudulent documents to the system and getting away with it.
How do you get your hands on a $1.2 million yacht with welfare benefits?
Well, that is one of the main questions here, because you asked the prosecutor questions about what was this person, this couple's income, and they haven't filed tax returns for the past 10 years, and so it's very difficult to find out where their income is coming from. And as the prosecutor describes, these people seem to be conning everyone out of their money, and because they weren't having they were using different addresses on these different, a dozen different forms they were submitting to the welfare offices in Minnesota while they were living on a yacht in Florida, they were able to fraud the Minnesota government out of their welfare payments, but they were also gathering payments from Florida. When they had their child in 2006 and 2007, all of their medical payments were paid for through the Minnesota medical system that is supposed to be reserved for the poor, and yet here we are later with this couple who was living a very luxurious life on the run. A warrant has been put out for Mr. Kism's arrest, and they believe the couple has left the country to a warmer place, the prosecutor said.
They're on the lam. They're on the lam. It's unbelievable. They've been posing as
ridiculous.
Scottish aristocrats for some period of time, which I guess is not that hard when you are boating around in a yacht. But Katie will continue to follow it. Come back when they catch them.
Okay, thanks, Brian.
See you soon.
That's the crap you got to deal with, man. That's the crap you got to deal with over and over and over again. That's the system. Be rich and be an Edomite. And you guys, those of you who don't read the Bible and don't know what an Edomite is, let me educate you. And the comment is not a racist comment. You see, if you're a rich man and you're a white person, you can get away with anything. If you're poor and you're black, you get thrown to the wolves, don't you? Check this out. Warren Ballantyne also talked about on his radio show today about this man. He's heir to the DuPont, I think it's called the DuPont dynasty. And he has I think he had a 3-year-old and an 11-month-old or whatever. I don't remember. But it was a 3-year-old daughter that he molested. He raped his 3-year-old daughter. And guess what? He's facing no jail time. None. Absolutely none. What's that tell you about your system? What does that tell you? Number 2. You remember that? I forgot this girl. It was this white girl that was, I forgot what she did. She committed some kind of crime, and I wish I recorded that. So wish I did, so I can make it a part of my segment. You know what? You know what happened? She can't face jail time because guess what? She's too pretty. Have you ever heard anything that ridiculous? But when you see black folks get into the same situation, namely black women, because I see a lot of black women being thrown. Remember that black lady who got thrown into jail because she fired shots nearby her husband? She didn't fire them at him. She fired them away just to warn him, just to say, stay away from me because you're beating me up too much. And she has kids with him and she's married to him. She went to jail for it. And now they're still fighting to get her out of jail. But guess what? George Zimmerman got to walk up and murder a black kid. Yeah. That white dude just shot Trayvon Martin in cold blood. And yes, George Zimmerman is white. You guys want to say he's Hispanic? Half of him is Hispanic, but guess what? You are your father's seed. Learn your history. If your daddy's white, you're white. So guess what? It happens like that. And we don't stand up and say, let's stand up for ourselves. Me, I don't believe in racism because I'm totally against it. But everything you're seeing is a product of racism. And if you continue to be reactive, then nothing's going to happen. If you're just going to sit down there and be active just because you see something injustice going on against your own people, then nothing's going to happen. I'm not saying I can do anything myself, but I do try. I do a lot of things. Like, I do protests too, only when I can get to them. My mom the other day, she went to do that protest thing with the SEIU that I told you I was going to put footage of. Well, I didn't get footage because I had to stay home and I had a lot of things I had to do, so I couldn't go. But, however, I have been to the previous SEIUs, and I'm in some of the footage that they have in those, but I can't retrieve that footage and give it to you because I don't know where to get it from. Been on the news, been interviewed by the news, and I'm actually making a revolution. I'm actually doing something. I'm actually taking action. So when you guys see me here making all kind of noise and babbling and all that stuff, I'm actually doing something. I've taken action. The first time I've actually really taken a step to take action was when I was in Atlanta, Georgia. I marched with Al Sharpton and those people in 2008 when we were trying to get our first mixed president in office, because Obama's technically not the first black president, because they forgot to mention Abraham Lincoln, and he forgot to mention Dwight Eisenhower. Dwight Eisenhower does have black in his blood. And there's a lot of other presidents that they don't even mention that actually do. So they want to say that Obama's actually the first African-American president. He's actually maybe the 4th or 5th, or maybe even 6th African-American president that we have. Because I learned that there's a lot of other presidents that are mixed, but they can pass as white, so they just throw them in there and say, this is what we have to do. But I'm TRU-DRU of the TRU-DRU Show. I appreciate you all guys for looking into my segment. I think I'm going to do a freestyle segment, because remember I told you the segment is about me, this episode, and I'm going to go film for the episode 4. I'm getting ready for episode 4 right now. I'm actually dropping this today. Today's April 1st. I'm going to drop it today. I got some more work to do because I got to go back with Sullivan and Caggiano. That was the phone you heard ringing in the background. For those of you who heard it, I got a missed call. I know it's them. They're looking to contact me because I haven't been in school in quite a few days. I've been working a lot of hours at my work at Burger King so I can get a decent paycheck so I can save up enough money to actually enter in this Obamacare for next year. I'm finally exempt, and I'm going to go ahead and get Obamacare. I have no choice, because if I don't, it's the law. If I don't get it, I'm going to have to pay a fine, or I'm going to suffer. Those of you guys keep on tuning in. The Warren Ballantyne Show just finished. It's after 1 o'clock. The show is over. The show that you hear in the background is Blackonomics. I showed you the images of Warren Ballantyne, Bev Smith, and I forgot the name of the guy who does Blackonomics, but he does that because I'm actually trying to rush and put this together. Like I said, guys, I apologize for not getting the show out on time, but it's not easy to do it because when you don't have a lot of time to get your things done, I don't really do this for a living. I'm only doing this because this is something I really want to do for a living. Entertainment, and do a show, and to express our views. Now, before I go, I would like to finish up on the issue that I have with black women. Matter of fact, the next segment, this is the segment now. This is the next segment. We're into the segment now because I have my camera that I was using to add the footage on here. It ran out of batteries, and I can't find any more batteries to put in there to go ahead and get more footage. So I had to use the computer to film this last footage of the Kelly file and to do this last segment. What I want to say is to you black women, man. On Facebook earlier this week, I'm in this area called Relationship 2.0. I frequently go there a lot because I like the page. I know sometimes a lot of people talk craziness, but a lot of times when you hear the craziness, out of the craziness, you can hear the good. I like to preach, and I like to speak the truth, and I like to reveal what's going on in the black community. But I also talk about other communities, and I believe that we all should work together. And I do believe that we all should come together no matter what color we are. I do believe that. But so far, it's slowly starting to happen. I see it happening. Now, I wanted to finish my issue on sisters. There was this black woman that was on Relationship 2.0 yesterday. And she was talking about how so many black American men are chasing after white women, which I think is somewhat true. Here's facts you need to know about interracial relationships, or relationships in general. The majority of both white men and women mostly will date only in their own race. You have more although you have way more white men that stay in their own race than white women, you do have white men that chase after Asian women, which are technically still black, like I've already told you. All you gotta do is look up the facts. And Hispanic Latino. But guess what? Here's another wake-up call. Yesterday on Facebook, I also proved that Mexicans are black. And I will also prove that Puerto Ricans are black. And I will also prove that Cubans are black. So no matter what you guys throw at me with this Hispanic Latino crap, it's not going to work with me. And you know, the only Hispanics that exist on the earth are the Portuguese and the people from Spain. Those are Hispanic. Because I'll tell you why. They started the Spanish language, which came from, I believe, Italy. Because Italy, which is Rome, they started the language called Latin. And Latin kind of created Spanish. And that was how you got the Latinos and the Hispanics over here and all that, because they came over and they raped the people. But before the Spaniards came over here and in the past and raped those people in the lands like Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, Mexico, and all these other places, they were already mixed with more blood. And guess what? You are your father's seed. You see those Spaniards that you see today? A good handful amount of them have black DNA in them. Their daddy was black, so guess what? They're black. That includes Antonio Banderas and those other people like them. They're black. But guess what? They can't acknowledge themselves as black. Not even Andy Garcia wants to acknowledge himself as black. You know what he does? He'll play characters like Lucky Luciano and play these other roles that should have been given to other people of color, but he claims that he's white. That's why I was wondering why. I looked him up. The guy puts himself as white. He's Hispanic, and he's from Cuba. How could you be from Cuba and be Hispanic? That's what I'm trying to figure out. The guy doesn't even. The guy looks like he's mulatto, half black, half white, which is what Spaniards really are, and pretty much that's what they are, and that's what Puerto Ricans really are too, and that's what Mexicans really are too. They're just a mix of black and white. There's only two races in the world: black and white. Asians are black, and like I told you, the Indians, the so-called Indians, what they were. I already told you that already. Look up the facts. All you gotta do is go online and look it up, and it actually shows you how. It shows you proof. Now, I know everything on the internet's not true, but those things that they're showing you on the internet's facts because they show you how to get the facts. So that way you know it's true. That's how I found out, because I did extensive research to know this fact. Now, back to my point. I want to say that I see a lot of black women saying that because they've seen a lot of black men that are messing around and flirting with white women and taking white women, that they feel that they should just go out there and find a white man. A lot of black American women and a lot of black women in general fail to realize that there's a lot of different men out there. You got other men like the Indian men, the Asian men, the Latino men, all those men, they want you. I talk to these people personally, they want black women. They say, man, I love black women. I love their curves. I love their lips. I love how they look. I love how they talk. Everything. They got the best voices. They can sing better than everybody else. I keep hearing this from people that are Hispanic or Latino, whichever. It's confusing. And people who are Asian, because Asians are always left out, because Asian men, the first woman they try to chase after are white women, but white women don't want them. White women more like they'll either date a black man or they'll mostly stay with their own race, or sometimes they'll date a little bit into Latinos or whatever, but they're more stay with their own race. The only group of people I see date out their race more are black men and white women. Well, white women date out more than white men, but most white women still stay with their own race. That's an actual fact. But like I'm saying, black women, you do not have to date a white man to feel good. You can date a Puerto Rican man, a Mexican man, an Asian man, any of those men. Tell them. The real ones that come out, they're going to say they want you. Some will hide and deny and say that black women ain't nothing and da-da-da-da-da. They're hiding because they're afraid, because they think that they can't get with you. But the truth of the matter is this. They want you. They really do want you. So y'all sisters need to stand up and stop thinking that the only kind of man that's good for you is white. I'm sick of hearing it. Every man is out there, not only white. You got everybody else that wants you too. I'm not saying not to date a white man because it's cool. It is cool to do that. There's nothing wrong with that. But at the same time, you got other men that want you too. You're depriving them of an opportunity. Come on now. You telling me that you black women do not find Asian men the least attractive? You don't find Latino and Hispanic men the least bit attractive? You don't find Indian men the least bit attractive? Come on, man. All of those are subclass of black folk. They're still black people. And they want you. You should be happy that y'all are the most wanted woman in the world. But y'all got this negative mentality where you hate yourself and all this kind of stuff. You guys need to see out of the box, because I always look outside the box. I don't keep myself in a box. If I keep myself in a box, I would never be where I am. The TRU-DRU Show would have never existed if I stayed in the box. My music career would have never started if I stayed in the box. I want to thank you all guys for watching the TRU-DRU Show episode 3. I delved into the issues, as I told you I was going to do. And I'm greatly appreciated. I'm going to come out with another episode. Enjoy my music. I'm going to go ahead and drop a track of mine if I can find the track, because I lost my things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find a track that I have on my computer, let you all listen to it. It's one of my unreleased tracks. It's called 4 Job People. It's a reggae track. You know what I'm saying? Rastafari, Jah Works, North Respect. Now, you guys seen these guys throw up these signs and stuff like this, right? This is mine. Okay? And guess what it represents? The Star of David. This is opposite of the Illuminati, completely opposite. This is a sign of good, a sign of purity, and a sign that I'm an Israelite. It's that sign, the Star of David. Emperor Selassie done it a lot. He always did that. And Emperor Selassie always opposed the Illuminati. The Illuminati was hunting him down, and that's why he's not alive today. They got rid of him. So, basically, man, you know how it is. TRU-DRU Show, I'm dipping. Got to get ready for episode 4, man. You know it is what it is. I'll come out with it as soon as I can. I'm going to keep releasing stuff. And I'm getting ready to come out with some music videos too, man. So check me out, all right? And keep checking out other shows too, man. Check out all the shows I told you. I told you to check out Warren Ballantyne, man. You guys need to listen to some deep stuff, all right? Peace. God bless. One love. Catch you on the other side. All right, y'all. I forgot something. I can't find the track I'm looking for, man. I don't know what happened. I misplaced it somewhere. And I looked everywhere for the track, and I don't know what I did with it. I had the the flash drive that I could put in the computer so I could upload it and let y'all hear my music, and I just can't find it. So I want to go ahead and see if I could just do the song, if I can remember the song, but I can't remember the song very well. So what I'm gonna do is a little freestyle for y'all. Listen to my freestyle flow, okay? Check it out, because I've been doing freestyle for a good minute, and it's been a little while. I'm a little bit rusty, but bear with me, man. This is a freestyle flow. This is the TRU-DRU Spotlight. Hey, yo, check it. 1, 2 with the flow. Hit you hardcore like my name's G.I. Joe. I come in and I bust through your door. Give you 2 shots and you ain't there no more. And I ain't talking about shots like a gun. I'm the #1 stunner. You know that I always won, cause I'm always the greatest MC when it comes to it. And anything come at me, I go straight through it. I can't stop. I'm never gonna flop. I keep it to the rhythms of the hippity hop. Now, I ain't gonna say that I'm so crazy, cause if I was crazy, I would be like Jay-Z. Sell my soul to the devil. And yeah, it's just that simple. I'm gonna show you a little something when I bust up on this demo. I'm a real hero. Don't care about the fame. I'm gonna show you a little something when I step up in the game. I got so much style I can step to your dame. And anybody try to step at me, they know their ass is lame. I got that gravy flow that always got that hook. Now watch me do my thing. I tell you truth like a book, like the Holy Bible, a real truth revival. Don't you know, man, I got this flow with no recital. Yeah, it's freestyle flow. Here I go once again. Been doing this shit here since way back when. Got mad love to you and got mad love to everyone. That's how I do it, man. That's how I do it. Nice, son. Yeah, love the game. Love how I got at it. Now I'm so mad. Now I throw automatic shots at any enemy that want to step here. Show them how I do it. Do this rhyme every year. It's always something different. It's always something nice. And anybody want to step at me, best to think twice. Cause now I'm so dope. Got the hero style. Now I got it nice with that funky dial. Now I got my own groove and got my own swag. So nice in the bag. Don't even need to brag. I'm out. Peace. TRU-DRU love. I'll get rid of freestyles every time, but you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I'm just trying to do my thing in the game, man. Showing y'all love, man. So get ready for the next segment, TRU-DRU episode 3. I'm going to continue hitting you with the truth. I know this one's a bit long. It's about an hour long, man. Appreciate y'all for sticking.